Hey everyone, Amy Wood, joined by Dr. Cedrek McFadden. He's our 7 News medical consultant. We're talking a little bit about the COVID vaccine, which is more and more every day. The news is very encouraging about how well these vaccines, the potential vaccines that are out there, are going to apparently work, Dr. C. But there's also been conversation about the side effects that come with the various vaccines. What do we know about that? The CDC, how they anticipate giving out this vaccine and how to prepare us for what may be some side effects.
Well, initially, all the orders are going to come through the CDC, and it's going to be up to the individual states to determine how they're going to distribute it, who gets it first, and that's going to be the responsibility of the individual states. And all of the vaccines, except one currently that are being tested, have at least 2 doses that are going to be required, given a couple of weeks. The only one that has a single dose is the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. There's still this common misconception that after you get the vaccine, that you're home free, you don't have to wear the mask. Well, it takes about a month, about 4 weeks for that full effectiveness to kick in. So it's still important, even after getting that vaccine, that you're doing all the protective things that you should otherwise do.
And some people, of course, hear vaccine and they say, oh my gosh, can I get COVID from the vaccine? What's the answer?
Well, similar to the flu vaccine, no, you cannot. Vaccines work by tricking your body into thinking it's already been exposed to whatever you're being vaccinated against. As a result from that, your body is getting primed, it's getting ready to fight, so that when that virus comes around the corner, it's already standing in place, ready to take it down. But it's that process of ramping up or getting ready, it's that immune response that creates those either the flu-like or the corona-like symptoms that then people then erroneously then say that I've gotten the vaccine or I've gotten the virus from the vaccine. And that's not indeed the case. It's that ramping up of it that gives that immune response that can be quite tricky for people to comprehend.
I know they take copious notes on everything that the patients experience as they go through the vaccine and the aftermath of it. What do we know about the side effects that they noted in this study?
Well, most people will probably have some story of having a vaccine and having some discomfort. And so there's side effects of any vaccine, and COVID-19 is no exception. People who participated in the clinical trials reported having pain or soreness at the injection site. Some of these participants also reported an intense but brief period of headaches, fever, fatigue, muscle or joint pain, and some of them even required to be off from work after getting the vaccination. And that is, that's the thing that we have to really educate. These symptoms can be present after getting the vaccine so that you're prepared for it, because again, remember, this is a 2-dose vaccine.
And what about the side effects when it comes to the different vaccines? I mean, did they see different side effects with different vaccines?
Well, not everybody who got the vaccine or went through the trial received any of these symptoms. So it wasn't like 100%. However, the vaccine produced side effects across the board, regardless of the individual company sponsoring that trial. Those same side effects were seen across the board.
And the way you're describing them, it doesn't sound like these are anything more than annoyances. I mean, are these dangerous side effects in any way? Do they see any danger with these medicines?
So, these have been mild to moderate symptoms. I mean, even if you're, knowing that you've just gotten a vaccination, having fevers or having headaches, it's still not an enjoyable experience. And so, I think the real danger is that, if you're expecting to just get a shot without any symptoms, it's going to be hard to persuade you to come back in a few weeks to get another one of these experiences. And so part of our challenge and where the danger is if people get one of these injections and do not return for the second one. So that's part of the CDC's warning to everybody. It's part of the education for all of us, is to know what to expect if you get the vaccine, or when you get the vaccine, I should say, and that you're prepared. Maybe you have to plan to have some free time the next day if you have to miss work. These are things we have to start thinking about as we hear that the vaccine may be present with us, in several weeks.
Dr. Cedrek McFadden, thank you for keeping us up to date.
Thank you.